G'day, Pickles and Bonz here from Eagles Radio for a very special episode of Eagles TV.
Yeah, this week we concentrate on the Eagles women's side, the first side that played in 2019, Bonds. We're going to have an interview with some of the players and we're also going to have a look at some highlights.
We certainly are, and we're going to ask them the tough questions as well in time on. But let's have a look at those highlights now, thanks to SANFL Recruitment.
We're gonna push it harder, gonna climb up higher. It's like I just can't miss. I was made for this. I show the world I'm stronger. Prove it to 'em I'm a fighter. I can't help but win. I was made for this. Yeah, I was made for this. You're gonna find out you can't hold me down. You see I'm the king, 'cause I got that crown. Oh, you could try your best to step in my ring. Oh, but I'll just knock you dead like it wasn't a thing. I'm gonna push it harder, gonna climb up higher. It's like I just can't miss. I was made for this. I show the world I'm stronger. Prove it to 'em I'm a fighter. I can't help but win. I was made for this.
Yeah, thanks to SANFL Recruitment, some great highlights there. Now, lucky enough to have with us one of the players from the Eagles this year. Now, Tash, probably not the year you're after as far as wins and losses go, but there must have been some positives you took out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we really ever expected to win a flag or something in our first year, but I think the main thing we focused on was the growth of the team, and I think we definitely had a lot of growth in terms of structures, team camaraderie, individual development and things like that. I guess we kind of refer to it as the first pancake. It's always, the first one's never the best. So we're really happy, and I think this last round just showed us. We played Glenelg in the first round and they thumped us, and we closed the gap and got a bit closer. So
We just stole one of my questions, but now a couple of close ones throughout the year against Westies, so that must have given you some belief that things were going okay. Lost by, I think, 3 points and then 5 points in 2 games to them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was those moments where it just came together, and we really felt that we saw the potential of what our group is, and we do have a different group of girls in terms of where they've come from club football, sporting experience generally. Some girls have played elite sport, others haven't. So I think with the group that we have, I think we did really well.
So, which brings me more to you then. What was that like, bringing a team together for the first time? I guess maybe even just the first training of people coming together from all different, walks of life, different sporting backgrounds.
Yeah, so we actually had a bit of a reflection the other day in one of our last trainings about who knew each other before we came here, and a lot of the girls have built really strong friendships over the year. I think it's always nice when you bring on those different kinds of people. It kind of we've got a really quirky bunch, but it just works. There's lots of different personalities, lots of different banter and things like that. So everyone got on really, really well. So I think in terms of our bonding, it really came together over the season. So we're really happy with the foundation we built there.
Now, you played all 10 games this year, Tash. How did you end up at the Eagles?
So this is my second season of football, but basically Tess Baxter was someone that I met through football. I think she saw one of my first games at North Haven in Div 5 a couple of years back. And then she was at Norwood when I trained there for a few weeks, and then I think I was there for maybe 8 weeks, and then from there, we were just having conversations, and once she got the job, and she kind of reached out to a few of us girls, and kind of went from there. So.
Well then, this next one, two-part question. Have you got any other brothers and sisters, and have you always been a big sports fan? Is that how you ended up in the footy area?
So I'm basically the only kind of sports person in my family.
Right.
But I've got a background in ice hockey, so I've always loved sport. Footy's definitely a lot different from ice hockey, so it's been a big challenge for me personally to kind of build the skills and be able to adapt to the game. But yeah, there's been a lot of education this year for all of the girls, and I think that's probably one of the strong points of Tess Baxter's coaching is obviously the rapport with the girls and her intent with what she wants to do, and we've learnt a lot throughout the season, so that's been a really good point for us.
As I said, you played all 10 games. You play out on the wing, stuck down and got about 4 or 5 goals this year, so pretty happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't think, yeah, we've kind of played everywhere, played in the mids, on the wing, a little bit up forward, and I think being up forward a little bit helped me read the game a bit better, and I personally learnt a lot more about footy, and obviously very happy to get a couple of goals because it's not really something I envisioned, but it just happened, and yeah, we've got a really good group that we kind of help each other out, and we've got some really good young girls as well, which is cool, so they've all stepped up, and I think everyone's played their role really well.
Yeah, one of those is Carney Lee, 17 years of age. She kicked 10 goals this year. I think she sits 4th on the ladder. You know, hopefully you can hang on for a couple more years before she gets snapped up by the AFL, which is no doubt where she's headed if she keeps going this way. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, so she's actually one of my students. So I teach her at Henley High School, and so I've seen her play a bit of footy at school level, but I actually hadn't personally seen her play footy until I came here, and she's very, very impressive, really good contested mark, plays a really strong forward role for us. Yeah, I guess big presence up there for us as one of the young girls, and she's come through at the right moments in games, and you know we can't really look past the other young girls as well. We've got Tegan Usher, Chloe Forby, Jamie Tabb, Tashana, Fitzy was on the sides for us a little bit. She's had some injuries, but we've got some really good girls, which makes us happy because when we think about the future of our club, it is revolved around those young girls because we do have an older group as well. So it's really cool to see that we've got a bit of a future here.
Yeah, well, speaking of the future, all the best for the next season. Thanks so much for your time on Eagles TV, and hopefully we'll catch up with you throughout the year and also next year going ahead.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Gibbo for sure.
Probably me. Chloe Forby, she freaks out a bit. Taylor McKay.
Chloe Forby.
Oh, I'd love Megan Fox to play me in a movie. Sandra Bullock, maybe?
Oh God. I'd like to say someone really attractive, but someone told me once when I was working in hospital that I looked like Amy Schumer, so a bit disappointing.
Actually, it happened on the weekend and it was my whole bag.
My boots and socks. My mouth guard. Probably my goggles.
I reckon it might have been Eddie Betts.
Nigel Smart.
Probably Kelly Slater.
I think Niall Horan from One Direction.
Bonz, that time on just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, fantastic. And that One Direction autograph?
Yep.
Complete lie.
Oh, okay.
But look, we really appreciate the girls joining us. Unfortunately, their season's over, Pickles, so we might catch up with them again next season.
We certainly will. We hope we do. Well, for Eagles TV, this has been Pickles and Bonz.
We'll see you next time.